and all of my journey has been either in locutions or in visions or in areas that the holiness of God is always present. Like when I first started, I had no idea as to what was happening. And I remember that one day is that I was taken to uh, um, this little park, or not a park, but a place. And as I was walking down, and there was a white little lamb that was leading me, and coming towards me was Our Lady of Grace. And she took me aside for 3 years and taught me things of the past, the present, and the future. And one of the things that I saw is that it was in this beautiful, beautiful park, and there was like a white fence in front, and I always looked at it, and it was so beautiful. And I asked Our Lady if I could take a look at it, and she said yes. And so that I followed her, and this fence was a white fence, and it didn't have a door. And before, in a split second, a door appeared, and the door opened up. And when I stepped inside, is that I experienced what God has prepared for us in heaven. It was the most beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place that you can imagine. Is that I saw that the grass was like velvet, and it was moving gently back and forth, but the grass was singing. I looked at the trees, and they were praising God, and they were singing. I saw the clouds, and they were just, the colors are beyond our own understanding. And everything is that what I breathed was the presence in the person of God. And that was my first time that I experienced a part of heaven. There are other things that I would share if we have time, but heaven is so beautiful that we cannot imagine or understand what God has prepared for those that choose Him, and that we change our lives. And a lot of people are afraid of changing their lives because they still want to go out and party and so forth, and that is their choice. And other people that that gives themselves willingly to God and surrender to Him, and when they surrender, they receive a freedom that is beyond our understanding. We don't need to go out and party and this and that, because the the holiness and the living God is there to just to love us unconditionally. And this is only a little part of what I saw, and 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 uh, um, and I have shared in my first time that I was in the hospital. Like I said, is that I died 3 times, and and the first one was in 1982. But anyway, to make a long story short, is it I saw hell, I saw purgatory, I saw, but then as I saw what was happening in the future, in the tribulation, is that I said, Lord, take me out of here. And that was when, in a split second, I was in this very beautiful valley, and in front of me was Jesus, and he looked and he was dressed as the Sacred Heart. And as I was coming to him, I could not hear. I mean, he was not talking with his lips, but I could hear him talk. And I walked towards him, and he was walking towards me. And then he told me to look up. And when I looked up, I saw this beautiful crystal city that it was the New Jerusalem that God has already planned and
Wow.
has for us. And and as I was looking at it, I mean, it was crystal beautiful. And and then the Lord told me to give him his hand. I mean, my hand. So I gave him my right hand, and he took all of the New Jerusalem and put it in my hand. It was the size of a walnut. The power and the beauty and the blessings of God. And and what I experienced was that, I mean, I didn't want to leave. I wanted to stay there, but there was something that was drawing me back because I had died, and I was going back, and it was Our Lady that was talking to me, and he said, "My son, your mission has not yet been completed. Is that you are to complete what God the Father has given you to do? Is that I mean, there are many people that are going to be converted. Catholic and non-Catholic will be praying the Rosary, and my Immaculate Heart is going to triumph. My people are coming and being gathered into the realm of holiness and the restoration of what was given to the in the Garden of Eden is going to be replaced. And 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 what I heard was that the New Jerusalem would come after the tribulation.
Hmm. Did you see? Did you see the New Jerusalem? How things will be after? How the earth will look like after the
Oh yes,
tribulation?
it is going to cover the whole earth, because I mean, in Scripture, the apostles John, um, the evangelist, says is that the New Jerusalem will be something new, that the old earth will be will pass away, and the New Jerusalem is a holiness and the presence of God. There is not going to be no altar, because the presence of God is in the New Jerusalem, and so that there will be no lights, because it God is it is a light of the world, and all of the New Jerusalem will will be beyond what we can even imagine. And what I saw is that there were people praising God, and the presence of Him was the same thing that I witnessed when I went through that little door, and I saw a glimpse of the New Jerusalem, of the new earth